Johnny Duff here. Happy observed Veterans Day. Not actually Veterans Day, but it's the observed day by a lot of businesses and government agencies and stuff like that. So, as I mentioned last night on the stream, and I'll talk about that more later, the shitty stream, I'm on the road, gonna go ride a little bit. I have the Meepo in the back, and I also grabbed the M10-3. And I'm going to North Kyler Regional Park. I know I've been there recently, but it's one of the better places to ride the skateboard, just because there's long paved paths. So it's one of my best places I have to ride the skateboard, so that's why I'm going there. Also doing some fun stuff along the way, like getting coffee, and I need to get some oil change supplies to change the oil in Cindy's Ioniq. So yeah, it's shaping up to be a very, very exciting day. Current temperature 82 degrees. It's only 9:30 in the morning. So today is going to be another uncomfortably hot for November day. The good news is that cold front that I was speaking about the other day is definitely supposed to be coming through, I believe sometime tomorrow. So I heard them say that at one point they're talking about like lows in the 40s at night, so that would be a stark contrast and pretty welcome at this point, to be honest with you. So once again, last night, I apologize for the audio problems we had with the stream. This was something different than what we were dealing with before. Basically, you guys could not hear Marty at all. You could like hear a whisper, like something on my end was like turned down. That's what it seemed like. And I scrambled and tried to figure out what the hell's going on. I couldn't figure it out, and Marty just wound up dropping off, which I apologize for. You know, ultimately it's my responsibility. You know, I'm the one that's setting that stuff up, so I'm not sure exactly why it happened, but it happened. So what I did was I just carried on the stream by myself for about a half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. And I tried to bring up some of the questions that Marty had and talked about some stuff. I did turn it into a podcast, which is up there now. I obviously cut out all the sections where you couldn't hear Marty, so it's up there now. If you look at your podcast app, you should see episode 11 up there now. Wow, I'm so glad that I got off the stream early so I could watch the Eagles game, watch them lose to the Cowboys at home. Team just they just don't have it this year. They're just their defense especially just is not playing well enough to win. The Cowboys all year, they struggled offensively, and the Eagles defense made them look like world beaters. I mean, the Cowboys just rolled up and down the field all night long. Couldn't stop Ezekiel Elliott to save their lives. I think he averaged like over 8 yards a carry. I mean, it was insanity. You know, hey, we got our Super Bowl, but I was thinking about it. I think they're going to be lucky to actually break 500 this year, because if you look at their schedule, the worst part of their schedule is yet to come. You know, they got to play like the Rams and I think the Saints, and they're in deep shit. So, oh well. I'm used to it as an Eagles fan. This is one of my pet peeves. I just had to fill up and get gas. I stopped at our local racetrack. There's like 20 pumps here, and I believe there was one open. And as I drive by here, like half of the vehicles, no one's at them. I hate when people go to the pump and they leave their car at the pump and they decide they want to go in and get a soda, or I want to go in and get a hot dog. I'm just going to use this as my parking spot. That annoys the shit out of me. Don't do that. Pull to the pump if you're going to get gas. It's not a parking space. Okay. End of rant. I had a NVIDIA GT745. All right, so I had to do a couple errands. Home Depot, AutoZone for tasks I have lined up for myself for today. Not sure if it was smart to do that before riding, because it's just going to get hotter the longer I wait, but yeah, I did. So errands are done. On my way to the park now. Well, what the heck? Does that mean we can't go in the park? What the heck? Oh, jeez. No, they just have, okay. They just have people pulled over for some reason. All right, so I guess I'll back around and see if I can get in. We're going the back way on the down low. Here we go. Yeah, it looked like there was like, 3 or 4 cops there with 2 vehicles pulled over, so I assume they might be speed trapping. That's always a nice way for people to enjoy their holiday weekend, is to get nailed in a speed trap. Cool. Alright, I'm finally here. I almost feel rushed, which is an unfortunate feeling considering it's a day off. But the fact that it took longer than expected to do those errands, and then on my mind I have the things that I need to accomplish at home yet, leads up to me feeling rushed. It's a byproduct of my my odd personality trait where I just always have tasks to complete, and if they don't get completed, I don't feel good. So. Alright, Meepo's there. We're riding the Meepo first. Got the remote, and let's go. Alright, I'm going to need to slam this coffee because trying to ride the electric skateboard and film and hold coffee while working the hand-based remote control, it's impossible. Okay, close enough. What's Meepo? Alright, so I think the last time I rode the Meepo, I talked about how Meepo had an announcement about a new board that was supposed to be coming out. So the announcement was supposed to be happening end of October, and the announcement was the Meepo NLS, or Meepo V3. But the official name is the NLS. And guess what NLS stands for? Next Level Skateboard. Yeah, it seems like Meepo might have like Gotway helping them come up with names. I thought that was a pretty lame name for a new product, but yeah, the Meepo NLS. So as far as the features of it, it's a new deck design, no more handle on the board, and it's supposedly a better construction. It uses bamboo, multiple layers like most boards, but supposedly it's an improved deck. It has the upgraded shredder trucks that Meepo put on the all-wheel drive GT board. The NLS has the upgraded trucks, which I still have not put on my Meepo. It has a new remote control, which visually I'm not that thrilled about, but maybe it's better. I'm not sure if the speed control, I thought I heard someone say that the speed controller is improved, because that's one of the knocks in the Meepo, that the speed controller is not that great. So I'm not sure if the new remote includes a new speed controller. I'll have to research that. So the reaction that I've seen generally from the community is kind of lackluster. I mean, they didn't seem all that excited about it. Power-wise, I don't know that there's a huge difference, at least as far as top end goes. Range, what was the range I saw on that? I can't remember, 12 miles maybe? I don't know, I really don't remember all the specs, but overall it wasn't ground shaking. So I had ideas of maybe getting a different skateboard and possibly giving this one to Daniel. But now it's a matter of what do I want to get. Oh my god, these freaking seams are killing me, man. So yeah, not all that hot for the Meepo NLS. So if I got another skateboard, I was trying to think to myself, well, what would I want to get? Would I want to get an all-wheel drive GT, a Meepo? And John Paul seems to like his a lot. And yeah, I was thinking about it, but I think what I would really prefer is one of those skateboards that has the more AT models, the all-terrain models that have bigger tires, rubber tires, higher ground clearance, wider trucks. I'm kind of thinking that might be something more appealing to me. Like riding across sidewalk, joints wouldn't be so jarring on something like that, and you would have some level of off-roading. You know, you can do grass and then flat dirt. So I'm thinking that might be something that I would not mind getting into. Supposedly Meepo, I guess one of the things that they're thinking about doing is an all-terrain model. So, but who knows when that'll happen. So I was looking at the current options out there, and I saw a number of people talking about the Backfire X1 Ranger, I believe is what it's called. I think it's listed for like $900 bucks, just a little bit more than the all-wheel drive GT, but it's an all-terrain board and it's supposedly pretty good. So anyways, that's a possibility that me, you know, getting something like that down the road and possibly giving my Meepo to Daniel and Katie. It's something I was considering. And don't get me wrong, I like my Meepo. It's nice, man. Bang for the buck. I think it's, as far as bang for the buck goes, it might be the best bang for the buck device that I have. But I just would like something that's not so tied to hard surfaces. Hard, smooth surfaces, I should say. Tell you already, I think the N103 is going to draw the short straw again. Probably just going to ride the Meepo and head out. Just, gotta get that shit done, man. Gotta get it done. One nice thing with it being a Monday, there's not a lot of soccer or softball. Nothing really going on here. Just a few cars, not a lot. Right here, you can get a better look at those supports that I'm assuming are going to be for solar panels. Parking cover, but also solar panels. Has to be. Like I said, people complain about the speed controller for the Meepo, but I guess since this is the only electric skateboard that I've ever had, I don't know any better. It seems to do the job for me, so I don't know. I'd be curious, you know, riding a board that has a good speed controller, how it would feel different. Full throttle. Probably exceeding that speed limit. I forgot I did bring the selfie stick with. I should go get it, huh? I should at least shoot a little selfie footage. Yeah, now this is no 10-footer like Marty and Eddie Moy, but you know, I just can't compete. you have it. Fun little Meepo ride. Let's turn off the remote. Turn off the button. 2 bars of battery left. I could kind of tell at the end it wasn't accelerating quite as hard, although you could see in my ride bys there I still had some decent top end. Certainly not slow. So yeah, it was fun little ride. No M10-3 action. Gotta get some shit done. Just the way it is. So, once again, I apologize for the messed up stream. Last night, that's one of the other things that I might be trying to work on today, doing some testing internally. See if I can nail down what happened, along with my other chores. And yeah, I'm sure I'll have a very busy day, but if I wasn't busy, I'd go crazy. So, yeah, I guess it's a better alternative, right? So if you found this video interesting, entertaining, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time on the channel, please consider subscribing. And feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. And if anyone out there is looking for a 3D printed EUC stand, I have quite a few in stock right now. If you look in the description below, you'll see the link to the store. I bet I have maybe close to 10 available right now, so that's a good amount. So feel free to pick one up there if you're interested in something like that. And that's all I have for you for now. I hope you are having a good Veterans Day weekend as it winds down. And that's all I got. Till next time, Duckman out.